All right, we're live. What's up, guys? It's Thursday. It looks like it started the stream without a thumbnail. Oh, man, this new software is kind of buggy, huh? Streamlabs went through a software update. Let me make sure mic side's on. I gave him the image, right? Okay, I think mic side's on. All right, hopefully he sees that because we got to get thumbnail up. And we'll jump over here. We've been having trouble with that thumbnail. But yeah, I actually was very particular and got that uploaded, and then we went live and it's still not up. So I'm not a big fan of that. Oh, hold on, let's go back here actually. I forgot I did some changes to the menu, so I got to grab this. There we go. All right. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome. Better get this title up. What's today? It's Thursday, right? So I got an update on my tracking for Glory of Team Rocket. It's saying Tuesday, just letting you know, okay? Tuesday. It sucks. Daughter's having surgery, but I can't miss her. Oh, I hope she does well, all right? All right, so we've got Topps Vintage Spongebob on the menu. Hot Charizard break over. Hot Charizard break close. Gym breaks. Live card shop. Let's hit save on that. Gym breaks are a new thing where it's just a two-person break. People seem to like that a lot. We might not do the deck of cards. I don't know if Mike's side's here. All right, give me a second, guys. Mike's side might be having internet problems, so let me create this thumbnail for sure. Actually, I think I should just be able to go over here and peel it out of his private messages. Doesn't say that he's on. Okay, we're gonna hit save image. Save. Can't tell if he's on. So let's go over here. I can update this image myself. Boom. File is bigger than 2 MB. It's too large? Damn, bro. Oh, man, it's so difficult. All right, let's try this. Let's try print screen. All right. Dude, it's always something, man. I'm gonna download an app on my phone for making thumbnails and just do it myself every time. I saw some of the hits, they not that bad, but a little hard on the pulls. We're gonna save as PNG. Okay, yep, that's fine. Let's jump over here. I heard Nintendo fans aren't happy with Mario Kart. Is this still too large of a file, really? Let's see. Should be able to resize it. Is this it? Resize. So let's go with the 75 proofs. 75. Never had this happen before, where it needs to be resized before it can be used. All right, let's try that again. And there it is, uploading and save. All right, now we got the Spongebob. Perfect. 2 days ago, I won a spot in the giveaway for a Korean booster box. Did you already do the giveaway? Not yet. That is not finished yet. No. Okay, let me click on this. Topps Vintage Spongebob. So this should have been already in our system, is it? Might have done it back then and not saved it. Marvel MetaZoo Topps X-Men Finest. So let's say Spongebob. Looks like we're gonna have to pick a price out live real fast. That will actually end tonight, the thing you were asking about. From 2009. That's pretty vintage. 2009 Topps Spongebob. It's going to be pricey, I gotta warn you guys. It's a very rare box. All right, let's go find a box of Topps Spongebob. So looks like this one right here, probably. There's 24 packs? Yeah, 24 packs. Oh yeah, it's gonna be pricey. So it looks like we're gonna aim for, looks like we're gonna ask for around $60 a pack. Whoa, they're asking $90 on eBay. Well, here's a guy, $100 for 2 of them, so that's about $50 each. Yeah, okay, so we're asking $60 a pack, very reasonable. Let me go update that. $60 a pack for the SpongeBob Vintage. Great stuff. We've opened these before, and there's some incredibly cool SpongeBob, like, you know, old art satirizations. What would you call them? Where basically you take a famous old artwork like the Mona Lisa, but they put SpongeBob's face over it. And when those grade 10, they sell for a ton of money. They go for a lot of money. So I know there's a lot of value in this box. That's why we want to get it on our menu. We're going to make sure our menu has high value items. Not just high value items, but like items where you can get lucky and pull really large pulls. How many packs are in the International Topps box that is coming? That's another thing. We have International Topps Pokemon on the way. Might be 36 packs, I'm not sure. Jonathan Chem, all I do is work, work, work. I'm still working now. Hope you have a great stream. Thanks, man. I know people like that. I know people who run businesses who do nothing but work. I wish we could hang out. We probably have a lot in common, but you're halfway across the world. That's my thing nowadays. I need somebody to hang out with, man, because it is so isolating out here in Lake of the Ozarks. We're talking a lot about moving again. Let's see. Let's go ahead and plug my phone in. Oh, actually, it looks like the iPad's almost dead. So, welcome back, guys. Happy Thursday. Let's go ahead and pop this bad boy open. You will not get a lot of opportunities to open this SpongeBob box, so I hope you'll consider it today. This is a fantastic vintage box of SpongeBob from 2009. Not a lot of that left. Come to Oklahoma and smoke weed. I have tried weed now. Not a huge fan. Didn't really feel like it made me feel good. Caffeine and sugar make me feel good, so and shopping for new cards. That's my number one thing, shopping for new cards. Nice. So you get 7 cards out of here, all of which could be graded. They're just like any top set. We'll let you keep the plastic or the foil holder. And yeah, we've opened these before. In fact, I think last time they were $55. So they really haven't gone up way over what we sold them for last time. This is a quality item. When we opened them, you know, everyone was shocked and surprised to learn how good they were. So I remember after we started opening these, there were a lot of people asking, "Hey, I want to buy one of those. Can I buy one?" I said, "No, you missed the train. You had to join the break," and they didn't join the break. So here we have it again. It's a great thing. Miss Six says she's got something for me to read. Let me go read that. Give me a second. I have my screen at half size. Let's see. Six says, "I'm missing 2 cards in my shipment. We never traded the Siggies, and they weren't in my bag." We never traded the Siggies, and they weren't in my bag. Could you tell me a little more about these signatures that were missing? Maybe I pulled them out because we were talking about trading them, and then we never did. Yeah, what did they look like? Do you remember? We never traded the Siggies. Are they up here? La Flame, Isidro, Alex, Isai. They were Dan to Dan. Oh, I remember these. Yeah, I remember them. What actually happened with those? I remember setting them to the side and not knowing what to think of them. So they're definitely not the Cool Kids box because I remember not putting them in there. I pulled them out. I showed them off. Put this back in here. Let's see if you have another bag, and maybe we just missed that second bag. Jeff, Jennifer Yap, Moody Joe, Joe Maycumber. Do you remember, like, seeing me set them to the side or something? Alex Silva, Alex Silva, Alex Silva. Be sure not to throw the box I shipped them to. So the cards you received, don't throw that box away in the small chance that they're still in there. I've had that happen before. Because if I put them in top loaders, I wonder if they just could have been loaded up in a funny way. Anthony Kalura, have them. You know, I'm not seeing it, and to be honest, I don't think I would have done anything weird with those. I checked the box. I wouldn't have placed those anywhere but back into your bag. We need to find the moment that we tried to do that trade deal and see what happened. It's not over here. Yeah, that's important, 6. We'll have to go looking for it. It's probably, if it's not with you, then it's over here for sure. And there's a lot of stuff over here. Give me a second here. So Brandon Wong. Grab this box here. Okay, that cleans that up. Man, it's so hot in this room. I just turned the AC on because it was so hot in here. I shipped the 10th. There's a Jennifer Yap bag. We might get that moved. Edward Shelton, because we ran out of room in the E-boxes. It's shipping Dan. So let me think. You would have said, hey, I want to trade these two things. And then I would have placed them here on the table, and I would have asked the audience, what do you guys think about this thing? And then I would have put it back into your bag. Maybe I put it into the wrong bag. Elizabeth has a bag here. We put them into top loaders or something like that, right? Did we put them into top loaders? We need to find the clip of when we... Oh, that's beautiful. We need to find a clip of when we handled them and see if I did something that was specific. Like if I set them in a specific spot that was unusual. That's Jeff. Elizabeth, Jeff. Jennifer Yap. Okay, that's Jennifer Yap. You said you were going to let me buy your other Tyranitar slab that you replaced. Nah, I was joking, man. You know I was joking. Caleb Ibarra. Nah, that wouldn't be this. Yeah, we need to do some. We need to start hunting for the clip of when we were talking about it. Alex Silva. We just added that. Caleb Ibarra, Jonathan Morse, Andy Dirksen. I don't know. I'll look though. I can't imagine putting them anywhere except for back into your bag. That's the only place I can think to put them. I remember rejecting the trade on them. I want to put them over here, right? Yeah, we need to see the video of when I was talking to you about it, and then see what I did right afterwards, because that will help us understand what went wrong. I can only think that my brain would have put them directly back into your bag. That's the only place that I would have wanted to put them. But if you're saying they're not there, yeah, we have to have a video clip. Not here. There's no reason why I would have put them over here. There's just really no reason. Check behind the slabs on the desk. That's a great idea, Jose Vargas. Maybe they were on the table and they got rotated on. The only other thing I can think is they got placed in somebody's bag incorrectly. I guess it's one of the risks to handling the cards. There's the risk. The moment they leave your bag, there's that risk something goes wrong with them. So generally, the safest move is to not touch them. Let's see. Nope. Nope. Definitely not there. Didn't I drill it, Dan to Dan? I think nighttime, I'm not sure. Mr. Cameron did not show up today. We were going to do encapsulations together. I was all excited because I was like, this is the perfect opportunity for me to get some encapsulations done. I was going to teach him how to encapsulate, but he had to call off. He said he had a family issue. I know he has to catch a ride because he had a truck, but the truck got damaged. So he always has to catch a ride. 6, I can't think of a single place I would have put those cards. I took them. So in order to help with this, what we need right now, we need to find the moment where we last pulled them out and I ended up rejecting the trade. So I remember it worked like this, 6. You made an initial request to trade, and then we didn't make the trade. And then you made a second request for the trade, and I made a final decision not to do the trade. So it was that second time. We need to know what happened with them right afterwards. It would have been filmed. It would have been recorded. So we need to hunt that down so that we can see what might have happened. Just check here on my left side. I got like a stack of slabs. I don't know why they would be with the stack of slabs. Yeah, there's no reason I would have put them over there. If I was taking them for myself, I probably would have put them in here. So like if I had accepted the trade, they would have gone in here. Let's see if they're in here. New. Thing is, I didn't accept the trade. Nope. Not in there. Alright, let me do this. Yeah, I'm gonna just look, carry on with the stream. Alright, sounds good. Let's get that stream started. Let me just check this as well. I'm looking as if I accepted the trade where they might have gone. That's a whole lot of crap in here. Boy, I gotta get this sorted, man. Alright. Nope. Alright, so it's not in there. The only other thing I could think is maybe if it went into like my grading box, but I was just playing around with that grading box. I didn't see Dan to Dan in it. Yeah, I was just messing with the grading box because I just sent out our BGS submissions and I didn't see it in there. You need a room camera going 24/7 so you can review where you put stuff. Yeah, that's kind of an interesting concept. A camera that records me. Let me check over here real fast. You've got a bag, an outgoing bag over here. I'm checking the outgoing bag real fast. Oh, it's right here, 6. It's right here. I found them. Don't waste your time looking. I found them. All right. Problem solved. They're in the they're in your current bag that's about to be shipped out. You have a bag shipping out and they're in that. We must have held them back. Okay. So we are 19 minutes in, 73 viewers. We are problem solved there. I'm going to delete some emails. This seems like an important email. Let me read this. Payroll returns. What are these? Man. I pay a lot of taxes, man. It's so stupid. You have to pay this thing called the as a business, you have to pay a payroll tax. So because I work and get paid by TheCardconomist, the Cardconomist owes the government payroll taxes. But then the guy who worked for Cardconomist, me, Derek, he earned money. So he owes income tax on that money. So first I pay the government a payroll tax every month for paying myself. And then I owe taxes on my income. You'll understand why somebody can go crazy obsessing over taxes at that point. Juan Diaz, shipping cards. You got it, Mr. Juan Diaz. It's so stupid. And you have to like talk to this accountant. And I pay the accountant $700 per month to figure all that crap out and get it all set up and have them withdraw from my accounts and make sure nothing goes wrong, make sure I'm compliant and all that crap. So they get paid, it's like $700 a month. And then I lose $1,000 in payroll taxes to pay myself. And then when I get paid, I still have to pay taxes on my income. But also, the Cardconomist is a company that makes money, so it has to pay sales tax on every sale that I make. So every time you see one of these sell, a portion of that goes to the government. And then, yeah, it's just, man, it's crazy. It's so ridiculous. I don't know what to think of it, man. It really makes me obsessed with taxation. How can you not be? You don't experience all this until you have to start paying for it all, and it starts coming directly out of your pocket, and you see what's left, and you go, I'm just spinning my wheels. Why am I spinning my wheels for no reason? You start asking questions like, do we really need this program? Should this group of people really get money for free? It is. You work harder, you work more hours than the average person. You watch everyone else having fun, and you just work more hours, and then you just pay way more taxes. And it's just like, damn, dude. It feels like a sore deal at some point. All right. Anyways, so I'm only talking about all that because I got an email that was showing me, oh, it looks like we're shipping Mr. Juan Diaz for the first time. I'm only talking about that because the accountant was talking about the payroll taxes with me, and I was reading that email. They gave me a whole bunch of paperwork to show off that they did the thing. Okay. Do we have an email? No email? All right. We're going to ship with no email with Mr. Juan Diaz. Let's go ahead and get the dimensions here. So I reset the shipping software ahead of time so that it's nothing but smooth rides. In Germany, we have the Mehrwertsteuer. That means nothing but the product you buy becomes 19 plus taxes for no reason. Yeah, actually, I think I saved a video on my phone that was two people comparing taxes to Germany to taxes in the UAE. And, you know, I'd heard of this thing that people from Germany move to the UAE because the taxes are nicer. Let me see if I have that still saved. I save a lot of videos. Oh, here it is. This one right here. Income tax.
Cooperative tax.
9%. 30%.
Property tax.
0%. 30%.
Really?
Yes.
Capital gain tax.
0%. 30%.
Sales tax.
5%. 19%.
There it is, 19%.
Yes.
That's what he was talking about.
Eating your money. That is why I'm here with you, Mr. Diesel.
So you make your money, but the government takes it all. And then when you spend your money, they still want 19% more because you spent it. Like, holy cow, man. He's not allowed to spend the money. That's so crazy. Haha, welcome in Germany. All right. I just want to know, at what point can you call it communism? Like, what's the percentage where you say this is no longer socialism, this is communism? This is just a government that controls all your income with sort of like the illusion that you have money. But you're totally relying on the government for all your major services in life. And you can buy very few private properties, very few like consumer goods, because all your money has gone to all the government programs. It doesn't feel right, man. It feels like a type of government slavery. The real cost of industrialization was the health of the citizenry. Sales tax, yes, that's what I mean. Too high, man. It's too high. It's too high. The government should take some, and it should help people, but it shouldn't take that much. It's just too much. Sean Gallagher, spot on the booster box break. Keep it sealed. All right, guys. So we're all about the breaks on this channel. We have this Astro Radiance box break, and we have changed it so that instead of being a $40 buy-in, it's a much easier $20 buy-in. So it's a 1 in 17 $20 buy-in. This is a very competitive price for that box, too. Hey, how's it going? Windy City Gaming. There you go, Mr. Sean Gallagher. Anyways, it's nice to introduce you guys to those ideas. We talk about that kind of stuff all the time. Here we are. I think it's important for people to know how much the government really takes, because they tax your boss, they tax your boss's company, they tax the product that the company sells, and then you get taxed when you make money working at that company. And then when you go to buy something with that money that you earned that's already been taxed, the government taxes it again as a sales tax. Then because you own something like a car or a home, you pay an annual property tax on that. What? It's just not right. There's something about that that's inherently wrong. There's just something wrong about that. It's a different kind of slavery. Like, we're all scared of being enslaved by like corporations. We're scared of being enslaved by individuals, private individuals, you know, but it's governments do it too, right? Governments try to enslave you too. And I think that when the taxes are too high, it's like a kind of slavery. It wouldn't be so bad if they were just giving it all back to you, but I don't think they do. I think they're just doing their own things with it. Okay, we're one deep. Very nice. Mister's going to go missing now. Mister, don't get on any planes. Yeah, the airplanes are all crashing right now. So we do have a gym break. We might host the gym breaks differently. I think the gym breaks are going to be 4 booster packs, and you're buying 2 of them. So that's how gym breaks are going to work from now on, and we'll do a shuffle just like every break. There'll be no more battle deck. I think the battle deck is too similar to rolling dice. We want to stick to pack breaks. So this is still effectively 1 and 2. That doesn't change, but it's going to be booster packs. And there it is, Dark War Turtle, a $40 buy-in, a delicious Tag 10 Dark War Turtle. Very hard to get those 10s on the vintage cards I noted. Here is Van Gogh Pikachu, all the way up to 6 out of 11. There's some momentum behind that card. And the Rocket Houndoom. Hope you guys are having a great Thursday. What are your thoughts on Katy Perry's space mission? Oh, man, everyone's talking about that right now. Here's William Ogilvy. Finish slab away. You got it, William. Oh, let's get a SpongeBob up here. Yeah, I watched that. She just says like the cringiest thing about love. She's like, you don't know how much love you can give until you've gone on a space shuttle or something like that, right? And it's like, what are you talking about, lady? But then also, they're comparing the whole spaceship thing for the rich to sort of like let them eat cake, right? There's all these people who are struggling to get by, but somehow the billionaire and multimillionaire class, they can afford to go to space. And it's sort of like, good thing you're spending your money on the things that really matter, you know, the things that really help us. So it's all a bit awkward. But then she gets off the shuttle, and there's this moment where Jeff Bezos has to use like a wrench to get the door open, but the door had already just been open when they landed. And so now there's all this conspiracy, like, was it even real? Which I think it probably was, but maybe he was just being kind of, you know, like he had a lack of self-awareness. But then Katy Perry like kisses the ground, and it's all so weird, man. Everything about it's weird. Kind of reminds me of that underwater submarine with the billionaires on it there too, but they didn't make it. Lost space. Oh, right. They just barely broke into space. But I mean, it counts. It counts. That part I don't mind. All right. So. Let's jump over here to William Ogilvy and get his order complete. Mr. William. Slab away. You've got the PSA 10 BL Arcanine. BL Arcanine. What is that? From April. So this, you just paid this off from April. Oh, April. Hold on. All the slabs weren't fitting in the box. You're not like right here, are you? Andy Dirksen is. Steven Sistrunk is. Okay, you're probably in this box then. Blaine's Arcanine Japanese. Oh, you know, it's funny. It's right here. Just gotcha. You got it. Beautiful slab, by the way. Congratulations. Oops. Gotta edit this. Sold. Boom. Okay, flipping that around. That is a fantastic card, man. It had to be space. They called her an astronaut. Right, people are talking about that, too. They're talking about how these girls are getting too much credit for something they didn't really do. You know, all of the typical virtue signaling and stuff like that. They're like, they're not real astronauts, but they're the first girls in space or something. It was an all-girl astronaut team. So there's a lot of, not a lot of people are very happy with that whole story. It's a very weird story, very strange. Okay, we've got Yugi Tao. He's curious about canceling his slab away. Let's take a quick look into this one, Yugi Tao. From March 2025, PSA 10, Bubble Mew. I could understand why you'd want to cancel that one. That one fell in price over time. I think I heard somewhere that it had fallen in price. Here it is, Yugi Tao. It could have gone up in price. So when you use slab away, it's kind of like you're speculating on the market. But the thing is, when you cancel, you're going to lose some money, okay? All right, let's see. Yeah, you would have kept it if it had gone up. Well, you know, I can't say that for sure because I don't know your scenario. But it's pretty rare for a slab to be canceled if it's going up. When a slab goes down, you go, ooh, I don't want to hold that. Looking for Yugi Tao. But I think that one was a red label. Here it is. Yeah, that's a red label one. Someone noted that the door opened inward and they stopped doing that after the Apollo 1 disaster. Yeah, the door, there's like a door thing going on where people think that it could have been faked even. They also thought it was very strange when they were up in space and Katy Perry didn't even care to look out the windows. She was too busy like staring into the camera and advertising. Speaking of Dan to Dan, I gotta read the new chapter. All right, Mr. Yugi Tao, let's take a quick look into this and see what we can get for you. Oops, I typed your name into eBay. Should be typing the slab into eBay. Playing the cam. So. $232. I heard this got cheaper. Okay. Maybe a little pullback from all the craziness. It doesn't look a lot cheaper. It actually looks very similar. Beautiful card. You know, the Paldean Fates is one of the best sets from Scarlet Violet. I'm sure of it. I looked at it recently. That is a very good set. Well, yeah, I mean, it looks like I would have changed the price by about $50 over time, so it fell by about $50 essentially. Let's take a look at how much you'd already placed into it. Yugi had placed a little bit of money into it, but not a lot. So $68 had been placed into it. And you sent $20 to cancel. You didn't actually need to do that. Remember the initial $20 you sent for the slab away? Oh, no, wait. I think I'm forgetting my own rules. No, you're correct. What would have happened is I would have subtracted the 20 from the 68. But since you've sent 20, I'm just going to send you the full 68. So Yugi Tao, $68. I'm sending you 68. Yeah, I would have sent you 48. You would have had one less transaction. Okay. Well, I appreciate it, Mr. Yugi Tao. I tell you what, man, I'm gonna donate back to you an extra $20 because I noticed you extended it, and the extensions are. Oh no, it's an automatically extended one because it's red label. Never mind, I take it all back. I take it back. We have it correct already. Okay, where's Yugi? Wait, you did Cash App, right? Can we refund here? Yugi Tao. Here, I think I've got your name. Oh, is this you? To Yugi Tao for. I'm not going to say what for. We're just going to say $68. Okay, it says I sent $68 to Yugi Tao, and so now we're done. Well, thank you, man, and sorry about having to cancel that one. A little pricey. You lose $20 to cancel, so that sucks. So this Mew comes back to me. Ta-da! I return to this card-shaped plane of digital existence. Let's jump over here, and now we can remove the posting from Slabaway. All right, very nice. Hitting refresh. Hitting refresh. And clicking on this. How much for the Bubble Mew? You're interested in the Bubble Mew, so we can offer him as a red label. Get back into this. Looks like we can do a different price this time. So he would be a red label break. Not break, a red label slab. All right. So I was looking back on my stream, guys, on ways to maybe improve it. And I noted something about my behaviors that wasn't always true in the past. I curse a lot now. I drop the F-bomb. I drop the S-bomb. I'm going to stop cursing. I don't think YouTube likes that. I was reading YouTube. I was actually listening to a guy talk about how YouTube doesn't let you curse. And it's one of the ways it's different from other platforms. And I was like, wait a second. That's what I do. So, no more cursing. $10.99. $10.99. Ooh, I don't like the way that looks. I don't like the way that turned out. Mr. Toxic. Sell me Mew. Trusted Slabaway enjoyer. Sad Bunny's a trusted Slabaway enjoyer. Let me peel this, because I don't like the way the leg looks. What if Bezos was trying to lock them in with that tool, but then he got caught red-handed? That's it! I love the conspiracies. It's very fun. But no, I don't really think there's any conspiracy here. They probably really did go to space, and it's just all really cornball goofy. I just think, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. Maybe it's a good thing that billionaires are going to space. You know why? Because it gets them spending their money in some way. You know, the money gets consumed. And when the money gets consumed, maybe it triggers a taxable event. Maybe there's jobs now, you know, like maybe you're the guy who works on the rocket. Maybe you're the guy who works on the space suits. So maybe it's a bunch of high-paying jobs. So maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe it is good. You know, like people own dogs. People own cats. Those aren't productive things to own. They just cost money. The cats and dogs poop everywhere. They eat a bunch of food. Is that a bad thing? Well, you got PetSmart employs a bunch of people. You got all these dog food companies. They employ a bunch of people. So maybe, you know, finding things that people like to do makes everyone productive. I'm not sure. Maybe that is what capitalism is. Maybe that's what makes it such a great place to live, you know, great country to live in, is because there's so much work that you can do for so many people. But noted that they weren't nearly high enough to see the planet's curvature, yet there was a perfect curve. Flat Earth confirmed. There are plenty of people that swear and have 500 people in the stream. Well, it was just something I heard. I heard that YouTube does not like cursing. And it's a very easy thing to give up. Let's see. It was a corny publicity stunt. It was kind of a corny publicity stunt. I have to agree with that. I'm going to do one of these. This helps me locate cards that are for sale over $1,000 on the table. So this is how I know that there's a pricey slab on the table. All right, cool. It's also a system that can coexist with the baseline socialism. Yeah, I think there's always a degree where the government can do something with the money that it believes it's helpful or righteous or something like that. Here's Hunch Crow. I think socialism is best when you help people, but it's not just that it helps them. It's really an investment for the society. So like, for example, I think that the socialist programs make a lot of sense when you're trying to help somebody who's temporarily out of a job, and you're trying to help them get into their next job without them losing their home and having to sell all their things all of a sudden. You know, those kind of systems are probably not a bad idea, because you lose so much investment in your home and your car and everything else when you have a disruption to your job that's so hard to get back. And it can become kind of like a downward spiral as a result. So you avoid this downward spiral kind of thing just by helping somebody get into their next job. The only problem is those systems always inevitably also get taken advantage of by people who just don't want to work. It's a real thing. All right, they go, hey, you know, this government, they're handing out free stuff, and man, I'm entitled to it. People who are depressed are easier to rehabilitate than drug addicts. Gooners and degens create jobs with the lazy girls who want easy money, which leads to OnlyFans and other sites to exist, which brings money. OnlyFans is a really interesting subject. By the way, guys, if you're just joining, we got these brand new, not brand new, but more like vintage Spongebob booster packs. $60 is a very good price, very competitive. Fresh out of a case, you want to pull Spongebob classic artworks, and just a lot of cool stuff in this set, but the classic artworks are best. The classic artworks, there's a bunch of them. Not every pack will have one, but it's not like one per box either. I think there's like half the box has artworks or something. So it's pretty solid. We opened those once before in a Spongebob box break. By the way, if you're looking for Glory of Team Rocket, here it is. Glory of Team Rocket box battle, a 1 in 8 box battle going on. So it is a $40 buy-in for a whole box of Glory of Team Rocket. I've been told it will arrive on Tuesday, which is really sad because there's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday ahead of us, and I'm just not going to have it here. So we have our box battle for Glory of Team Rocket, and that's what we have. But we've got everything else going on as well. Are there Siggies in the Spongebobs? No, there's no signatures. Again, you're looking for Spongebob artworks that are like classic art. I'll show you real fast. Give me a second. We've opened these before. Some of them look really good. All right, SpongeBob tops. SpongeBob's something of a meme. Look, when you look at it, look at these cards, man. Really expensive. And let's see. Yeah, really nice. Well, the most expensive sold SpongeBob item is this one right here. Look, that one right there. It's a sketch. But I think the sketch is in the previous SpongeBob Tops box. This one will have the artworks that you saw. Here we are. Anyone know how much that Pichu is raw? $5 probably. All right, so we got Waddy, Umbreon 9, Pichu, Umbreon, Honchkrow. Here we are. We've got Voltalam, the German Mereep. Very cute. Iron Thorns. Tyranitar. Divine Departure. Ooh. Really? Might be. I mean, you can find a lot of cards for pretty cheap if you're just collecting raw. Raw cards are pretty cheap. We even trade and sell human poo. People who are depressed are easier to rehabilitate. Socialism shouldn't be wasted on people who refuse to work and genuinely want to waste away. Yeah, I mean, it's an interesting thing because I think one of the hooks of socialism is sort of like this desire for altruism. You say, well, socialism is good because of the altruism, but it always inevitably leads to a government that has to kind of hold a gun to your head and say, now give us money because we're doing this thing and it's good and you have to do it. And, you know, when people are in power receiving money by force from you, they don't end up using that money for good. Look at the charities, for example, like Oprah's charity. You find out the person running the charity is a multimillionaire. It's the same with like, you know, these NGOs that have CEOs that make like, you know, $10 million or something like that. They end up just being money traps. And people who intend to do good things, they just make these people who have figured out how to prey on charity wealthy. So altruism is often a tool to sort of hook against people who are vulnerable to it, people who easily guilt, people who are gullible and don't look into it, people who are not naturally skeptical and be like, what do you really do with the money? You know what I mean? Even when you go to the grocery store, you go there and they say, what Would you like to round that up to $1? And it's like, oh, they're doing good. They're helping feeding the starving children. But you find out the reason that those companies do that is because when you donate money, they get to claim that they were the ones who donated the money, and then that company gets a tax credit for the charitable donation that you made. So they scrape around getting charity money from everyone, so they can reduce their own taxes. It's a creepy thing. It's just like it's a system that's definitely at the core of the system is greed, and I guess greed doesn't just exist in capitalism, but in all systems. Like there's a huge wealth disparity in socialist countries. There's a huge wealth disparity in capitalist countries. It doesn't matter where you go, that wealth disparity always exists. Hit the like button. Do you have any juicy honey cards? Oh my God, you figured me out. Let me go get my huge collection of juicy honey cards. No, but we still got some tag slabs. Let's see. Tyranitar going to be sold on Sunday. Nice. Sounds good, man. Look at these goofy-ass 9s. Did you see the picture I sent you on Discord of all those PSA 10 moon bunnies? Here we are. I think I did. Cleaning up after Mary is a job. Here's Togepi. Here's Nightly Garbage Run. All right. That was really stupid to grade, wasn't it? This is another card that would be a good card to test out on how strong the encapsulation is. But we've already tested a couple slabs, and we can see their encapsulation is much stronger now. Nightly Garbage Run is going to be $10. This cute little Togepi is from Heart Gold, Soul Silver, Undaunted. And we're just going to let this guy go for about $18. Is that right? $18 Togepi. $18 Fortnite card. Who wants it? We're going to be finishing these two breaks on Friday and Saturday no matter what. Jump into them. If the spots are not filled by then, I'm going to fill the spots. So you might want to jump into Jungle for a chance at Snorlax, Flareon, Jolteon, Vaporeon, Scyther. Or you might want to spot in this Team Rocket pack for, who knows? Team Rocket packs are really interesting. A lot of sets can be weighed, but Team Rocket packs cannot be reliably weighed. That could be a heavy pack, and we just don't know what's in it. And if it is heavy, it could have some pretty startlingly expensive cards. Not to mention, it could actually just have the no rarity Dragonite in there, and that's also insanely expensive. Every pack has a chance. He doesn't get pulled very often. He's exceptionally rare. But, it happens to somebody eventually. So there's 32 and 69. Those are ready to go. The stream is just starting, Mr. Whipple. Send in an order. Here's Machop. We are just started, everybody. Here's Kurumi. 69, nice. Noctowl. Glaceon. And Mask Ogerpon. So let's get the worst slabs and get them off the table. Let's see. There's a 9-star. I'm taking that one off. Here's a Kurumi. Here's a Kyogre 10. And here is a Charmander 9. Perfect round right there. That's getting a picture. Any tops 10? I have tops 10s behind me. I could just price them and put them up on the table. All right, let's see. All right. Have you heard of a Team Rocket Joey? He has a similar viewpoint to you on the cards. Let's jump over here. Okay. All right. Did you see that Sanrio is doing a fan poll for voting their favorite characters for 30 days? Are tag cases better? Tag's very popular right now. I think people enjoy being able to look up a detailed grading report on their cards. So I think tag grading is doing these detailed grading reports, and people are loving that. And that is something other grading companies can definitely copy. So we'll see how long Tag runs with it before they get copycats. I think PSA should make it an option. PSA doesn't do anything like that, and they charge the most money for their cards. They charge a lot of money for grading. Is Tag stronger? Tag stronger. It's better. Here's an 8.5 pony. Oh, man. I love Tag cheap slabs. Okay, here's our pony. All right. We're going to say 10. Would you be open to trade for store credit for a Rainbow Dragonite? Tops PSA 10. I know you have one already. Yeah, I'm open-minded to that. You want store credit for a Rainbow Dragonite? I'm interested. Can you show me a picture in Discord real fast? Okay, $10 for the little pony. Here's a little Drowsy 9. Tag is stronger, better, faster. Okay. Backing up there. Let's get a price tag on this Drowsy. Slow daytime stream so far. It's a Thursday daytime stream. How are you guys today? I bet this guy is real cheap. We're going to set him at 20. He's a 9. Tag is better than PSA. Smiles says, I have a question. Hey, how's it going, Smiles? I'd be happy to answer your question. All right, here's Gengar. All right, Gengi. Getting some affordable Gengars, man. I wanted the Gengar that was most affordable and best looking. There was a couple options, like there were some hollows to choose from, but I chose this because he was not the hollow. I'll take the trainer and the pony. Okay, you got it, Mr. Ivan. I put in Discord. Okay, you would like me to go to Discord show and tell. Oops. There's a lot of posts in here. Do you want to just send me a... Oh, here it is. I think you messaged me. All right, here it is. So that is a Dragonite Movie Edition Rainbow. And what are you asking for that card? All right. Do you think your content make people feel inadequate when it comes to collecting? I had a friend say it's hard to watch your content because you have so much heat. Do you intentionally flex on shorts? I would say I try to make the shorts that perform the best in the algorithm. And so, because what I really want is views. And so I test out all kinds of ideas. And I can tell you, hiding your collection, keeping it hidden, definitely does not get views. And showing off the collection gets lots of views. But no, I definitely do not do it to make people feel inadequate. And people should try to appreciate that I really came from truly nothing before I reached this point in life. But I'm kind of an old man now. I'm like 36 now, which I don't think that's like super old. But it's like, that's pretty old. You know, I'm out of my 20s and I'm halfway done with my 30s. So by the time you're in your 30s, you're supposed to have some money built up. And that's because you're supposed to have been working for the last like 10 years. Now, I happen to take all of my money and place it on Pokemon cards, and that was a big gamble, and it was a gamble that paid off. So that's how it worked out for me. So I'm very lucky to be that way. And who knows? Maybe it'll all burn down in a house fire. Maybe a tornado will take them away from me. Maybe I'll get cancer in my 40s. So, you know, it's money and Pokemon cards aren't the most meaningful thing in life. It's just like a thing I'm playing. It's a game I'm playing, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm doing pretty well at it right now. So, I don't intend for anyone to be inadequate. And I think your friend or you could do the same thing as me, whether it be in Pokemon cards or some other fun part of life. Who knows? Maybe you discover something with AI. Maybe you get into the new AI thing and you become very successful and wealthy at it. Maybe you open a bar. Maybe you get into trading gold and silver. Maybe you get into some cool thing, this or that. Who knows? But I have a lot of passion, and that passion has led me to this point in life where I have all these cards. I guess I had a stomach for risk taking too. I took a big risk buying those cards rather than buying the stock market, and cards have just outperformed the stock market, so it was a good move. Can you do a tag crack test? Thanks, Joel. Yeah, we did that the other day. We tested it out. You want me to like crack it with my hands? We did test that out, and I was still able to crack it, but it was much harder this time. It is obvious they've increased the encapsulation time, and we also broke some slabs free using a wrench. So their slab has been improved, and Mike's side might be making a video out of that footage soon. Since demand is high right now, would you say to hold or sell my collection? When trying to time the market, I think it's very tricky. For example, when Logan Paul did his box break, that made a lot of people wealthy because they liquidated, but they actually made less money than if they just held all their cards to today. So instead of selling during Logan Paul, all they really had to do was just wait till 2025 and their cards would be worth even more money. So trying to time the market, I think, if you could just get it right all the time, would make you rich. But that's true for everything. If you could time crypto right, you'd get rich. If you could time the stock market right, you'd get rich. If you could time, the retail market, the real estate market correctly, you'd get rich. So trying to time the market is not a very good game to be playing, because when you eventually make a mistake, you kind of lose everything. It's kind of similar to gambling, actually, trying to time the market. What you really ought to do is make a decision on where you want to invest your money, and then just consistently buy that thing that you believe in based on some sort of philosophy that you hold. Here we are, Ivan Rodriguez. So my philosophy was really based off of sort of like nostalgia equity, memory equity. People are buying their childhood back. My philosophy was based around social media dividends, the attention economy, these words, these catchphrases, but these ideas that there will be demand from people who really are nostalgic for Pokemon, and it's ongoing. And these ideas like, if you hold the right Charizards, you get a lot of attention, and you get a lot of ad revenue. So I get paid to hold the right cards. Here we are. So those are very important ideas, and it's one of the reasons why Pokemon cards have grown so much. Thank you for the advice. I invested a lot into Pokemon cards. Sure. Well, and I would tell you have to be very patient too, because you'll go through good times and bad times. And if you have to sell during the bad times, you're not going to make it. Really, the person who does well is going to be whoever held their cards all the way to the end. And the end means many, many years later. That's the person who's going to succeed. It's not going to be the person who sells out right away. The moment the market starts to look a little stinky, oh, it's a bubble. Oh, it's the Beanie Babies again, or something like that. That person who gets shaken out, that's going to be the person who misses out. And the people who stay in are going to be the winners. We are. But, life is very difficult. You might have children who need help. You might have parents or grandparents who need help. You might have an emergency. You might lose your job. You might go through a divorce. You might get an illness, God forbid. So, it's just a game you're playing. So, if it goes poorly, don't sweat it, and just keep doing life. I never had this in my childhood. It's more like I enjoy the art and the passion others have for them. Yeah, definitely. Well, trading fine art has always been a thing for the wealthy. Wealthy people have always traded in art. And what's going on here, these are like little miniature artworks that are cheap enough for the daily consumer, the average, middle-class consumer. Although they're getting increasingly more expensive. But that's what's going on, isn't it? So now you and I can all have the same artworks and collect them and hoard them and be like, I got the best ones, and show them off and say, look, mine graded 10. So, it's art. It's an art hobby. It's an art hobby, and if you got the best art, you win. Oops. Did I take a picture of this? Yeah, I took a picture. Put that down there. Okay, just clearing some cards. Let me know what you think of the offer. Okay, I'm taking a look at Mr. Dwight's offer. Let me see. I just bought one. What did I get him for? My gut immediately says no. I talk up the Topps cards a lot, Mr. Dwight, because I love them, so it's my job to cheerlead for them. But the data would not suggest that's the value of that card. All right. So what we know about that Dragonite is he has sold for 500 and I was the buyer. Meaning, if I'm the one driving the market and it wasn't someone else, you know, confirming the market, that's not a great position for me to be in. It might convince someone else to buy it, but I was the one who drove the market for that card. But let me look. All right, I'll make a counter offer now. So you get to sell direct to me with no eBay fee. No eBay fee, no nonsense. You buy them hoping you never have to sell them, but if you have to, they get a lot of liquid. I agree with you. I just love Topps also. I was the other buy. Sup, mister? I know it's huge. I had to sell my collection because I suddenly lost my job a few months back. I made a lot of money off it, paid my rent. Pokemon cards are almost like insurance. Mister called me a wealthy art trader. Nathan Gordon is essentially a wealthy art trader. He's over the height of 5'6", and he makes well over 4 figures. He's basically in the 1% of men. He's a high-value man. I love the high-value man meme. It's the funniest stuff ever. All right, just hanging out with you guys today. No sales today, I guess. Probably people are excited for the new Rocket set. That's my bet. That's what's probably going on here. But that just gives me more time to focus on these slabs. And if you see something you like, feel free to grab it. We do have a Rocket box break going on if you want to get into the Rocket box break. It's Pokey Tom. What's up, man? All right, we've got Jolteon. By the way, if you're a new buyer and you've never placed an order over here, give it a try. Here's Jolteon. It's very easy. You just head over to the description and use PayPal or whatever you wish to send me some money. That's it. And then I get an email for that, and I take care of your order. It's a fun way to open cards in a social context. We store your cards over here until you want to ship them. We've been doing this for 6 years. 6 years. Okay, Undaunted. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm interested in making a purchase. Have you ever had a chance to price the Chinese gem packs? So the Chinese gem packs are currently not on the menu because we don't really know what to do about them because of the tariff issue. There's an issue where tariffs are a serious problem. Wow, so this guy's $41 as an 8? That doesn't really make sense. Let me check sold. Oh, I don't know. I don't even think he looks that good. How can this guy be $41 as an 8? All right, so I'm going to do... So this guy is for sale as an 8 for $41. As a 9, I'm going to make him $35. Is he a rare? He's an uncommon. Okay, well, that's good. All right, let's see. Mister's Pokemon collection could probably pay out better than his insurance plans combined, but he loves them too much. Yeah, Karis sometimes mentions that she wouldn't mind if I sold off a lot of my cards and helped move us somewhere. She's ready to move. Here's a card we don't have up on the table. Master Ball Dusclops. Beautiful. Just sharing some Dusclops love with you guys. I'm a big fan of Dusclops. Okay. All right. I sold 22,000 of my collection at the beginning of the year. If you guys are wanting to put anything into the Pokepot, let me know. Now's a good time to do that. Let's see. Dusclops. Okay, we're going to choose buy now. That's just a normal Pokeball. We want the Master Ball. Master Ball Dusclops goes for 40. What are your thoughts on the Gengar full art on Temple Forces? Very ugly. He's just ugly. I don't know why they made that one so awkward looking. Like, look at this artwork. This artwork is amazing. Whoever made that artwork must have been like an amateur. They don't draw Gengar very often. I don't know. This thing's beautiful. Mister likes one-eyed Pokemon and ghosts. This, yeah, I like all the creepy, sad stuff. Yeah. Very good. Very nice. All right, all right. The Morty's Conviction Gengar was drawn nice. Yeah, that's a cool card. We do have an order now. Let's see what that order is. Shane Blalock. Mr. Shane. He says, just one Hello Kitty. No problem, man. Let's get that Hello Kitty for you. So, where am I keeping those Hello Kitties? Ah, here it is. Ooh. Edward Shelton. So Edward Shelton also has a box over here. I didn't know that. In Glory of Team Rocket, the Full Art Mewtwo EX looks better than the SIR. Oh, the one where he's like all curled up or whatever? Yeah, that's a pretty cool one. Mr. Shane, picking up. My Melody, This Cloud, Pom Pom Purin, Little Twin Stars. That is Hello Kitty, guys. Did you know this was on the menu? This is under Weiss. Give it a try. Shane, let's go grab your bag. Okay, Shane Blalock. Okay. Good. Man, it is looking gorgeous outside, man. It is looking way too good. I got one in February, Lonely Hearts Club. We've got a 2022 beautiful Mewtwo here. Dark Gloom 9. Ekans 10. Darth Vader Sketch. Pricey. Here's Arcana Ho-Oh. Very nice. What else we got down here? Kind of running low on these tag slabs. Oh yeah, somebody wants to buy that Espeon. Not a lot of cards, huh? To choose from. Okay, so what's this? This is a gym break for Dark War Turtle. I think we're going to turn this into another gym break right here, if you prefer this other gym break. The Mewtwo on the table is better than the SIR. You like that Mewtwo better? It's funny, dude. It's an okay Mewtwo, the one in the Glory of Team Rocket. I think everyone was hoping for something like absolutely insane, though. You know what I mean? Like a top tier, best Mewtwo that's ever been made. That kind of deal, right? Now's a great time to order pre-grades or bag evaluations, which are pretty cheap. We got lots of time for that right now. You can also ask for a trade if you'd like to trade something. Very easy to work on trades anytime the stream is a little bit slow. You can also, when the stream is slow, it's very easy to donate a card to the Pokepot. You guys know about the Pokepot now. I'll take the SIR Pokepot. I'm a big fan of the Crobat. Don't forget to hit the like buttons. We are. I wish I had the Team Rocket set right now. We'd be going crazy right now. I just don't. I'll be having it Tuesday, apparently. I think when we move, I'll probably be getting it my orders like sooner, like maybe 2 days sooner. Did you see my Tarkir ZELLE order? No. Let me hit refresh. No, not showing up. Vicente, send me a picture of that order. Maybe there is some. Maybe ZELLE's down at the moment. Is ZELLE down? Does anyone know? No, I don't see any ZELLE orders at all. So if you guys are trying to make ZELLE orders, you should know I'm not seeing them. Vicente, try sending me an email real quick with an image of the order, okay? PSA premiums going up, tag improving slab quality, people hating other humans' opinions, tag to the moon. Yeah, I noted PSA prices are just really high compared to other grading companies, and their grading standards gotten tougher. And meanwhile, we've got this other companies to grade with, like CGC, I think is probably best for vintage. Beckett's best for perfect looking cards, and tag grading, just, I don't know, tag grading, I guess. You know, it's an alternative option. People there seems to be a group of people who are passionate about tag slabs. So yeah, it's a weird time. Thank you for the offer. I will hold. I'm with you, and thinking tops is a good hold. They say some of the best opportunities are the ones no one is paying attention to. Is there anything come to mind for your position? You know, I've always got things I'm working on that I don't really necessarily talk a great deal about. But you can sometimes tell just by following the channel a lot what's on my mind, what I'm looking at, what I'm doing. Especially if you spend a lot of time here, you'll get an impression. But right now, I made a large purchase of gold. gold, because I want to have a portion of everything we do on this table also include the opportunity for people to buy gold and silver. And that is because even though gold and silver hasn't, I don't think it's taken off the same way Pokemon cards have, they have a very similar thing going on for them where you can get perfect grading on them. Like, look at this Spongebob coin. Very nice, right? But what's cool about these is these are real precious metals, right? Like that's a whole tube of silver right there. And so unlike cardboard, cardboard does not have like an innate value. It's basically valueless. It's like plastic. But the coins are made out of something that does have an innate value, the silver bullion. So this is very nice. And so there's a whole nother hobby for silver coin collecting and gold coin collecting. We're going to be getting some gold in on Friday. I think it arrives Friday. And I wanted to have a chunk of gold so that if you guys ever get something that you don't want, maybe you win like a break, maybe you have like a bag of cards, you want to convert it into something, you can always convert it into a gold, like a 1 gram gold, or maybe like a ½ ounce or something like that, or a 1/4 ounce, 1/10 ounce. So that gold's on its way, and I have a strong belief in gold right now, not just because the markets got shaky, but because I had to stop and examine, like, what is the economy really based off of? Like, the economy is sort of like a measurement of human productivity and human work. But what do we work on? Well, we mostly work on, like, making things out of plastic. That's it. And I made a statement in our Discord server. Sometimes I share my thoughts over there. I made a statement. I said, if you go to Walmart and you buy something that you know is just going to be in a landfill one day, you're literally buying trash. I think that most of our economy is just based off of trash. You buy trash from companies that get dollar bills from you, and then they use those dollars to buy stuff like land and gold. So I want more Americans to reduce the amount of garbage they buy at Walmart and increase the amount of real commodities they buy. And a very easy commodity that can fit alongside with your Pokemon cards would be gold. Gold and silver. All right, there's the spiel. Here's Vicente. He says, here's a screenshot of my order. All right, 1 Tarkir Dragonstorm. Those cards have been doing very good. He has had the Venom coins. He doesn't show them often enough. You like the Venom coins? I bought them because Venom's cool. Did you guys see that little scanner that can tell if there's a hidden side? I feel like AI grading is more consistent. Sent an email, gonna be in and out. Vicente, here it is, Tarkir Dragonstorm. Had the Venom coins, he doesn't show them. Here we are. So anyways, I think coins are collectible in their own way. You can have like a coin collection rather than just cards. Cards are, if you think about what a card is, it's kind of like a bar, isn't it? And but coins are like round. Here we are. Usually associated with money. You got Anafenza, Unyielding Lineage, Fangkeeper, New Way Forward, Steward of the Harvest, Lacid Prowler, Swamp, Sagu Wildling. Dang, these are cool, man. These are on the menu right now. They're $40 a pack. Riling Dawnbreaker. We had Alex Silva come in, and he said these were actually pretty well priced. Knockout Maneuver, Bewildering Blizzard, Trade Route Envoy, Wild Ride, Feral Death Gorger, Evolving Wilds. And there we have it. Does anyone know when the Spongebob magic cards are coming out? Bring on the sponge named Bob. Spongebob's a good brand. He's always been a good brand. And the fact that we've got these vintage top Spongebob cards, you know, if you guys don't open them, it's pretty simple for me. I'm just going to open them, and I'll literally grade the whole box by myself. Just like I grade whole boxes of Topps Pokemon cards. And many of these will probably miss a 10, but it only takes like 1 or 2 graded 10 for the card to be worth like $100, $200, maybe if it's the best card, like $600, who knows. All right. Not a bad pack, but nothing crazy. Ooh, man, that's pretty. That's for you, Mr. Vicente. Feel free to send in for another. Of course, if you do, you might have to do the same thing. You might have to send me a screenshot of the payment. Sometimes Zelle acts up. Victor Cardenas, Victoria, Vicente Gonzalez. Here we are. Okay. SpongeBob is almost 30. SpongeBob is a 30-year-old brand. Think about that, guys. Wow. Okay. SpongeBob's good. It's good stuff. Thank you. No problem, man. We need biodegradable cardboard sleeves. Sure. Well, and it's not just that plastic is toxic that bothers me, but it's the fact that companies have found a way to take a material that's effectively valueless and sell it to you at like 1,000% markup. That's what's going on. And so when you go to Walmart and you see like this stupid thing that you don't need it, and it's for sale at Walmart for $5, but they produced it for like 20 cents, you know, and then shipped it in gigantic crates to themselves, and they sell it to you for $5. You buy that knowing it's going into a landfill. Like you literally know, what a nice aisle full of landfill garbage, right? Like you go walking in the home decor aisle in Target, and it's just filled with garbage that's going into a landfill. If you know that stuff is going to be in a landfill one day, you're buying trash. You know what's never in the landfill? Gold. No one throws gold away. It's not trash. It's not trash. If you know the stuff you're buying will be in the landfill one day, you're buying trash. You're literally spending money on trash. And I really think that's the game for a lot of businesses. A lot of games are like, how do we sell people trash? And then we'll buy land with that money. We'll buy gold with that money. We'll buy stocks of companies that sell trash. You know? So like if you don't buy gold and you don't buy land or some other commodity, what do you buy with that money? Well, maybe you buy business that sells trash, or maybe you buy, maybe you literally buy the trash and just sell it. I don't know, but that's what they do with their money. They buy more companies that sell more trash. So the whole trade war made me realize we run off of like a trash economy, and gold isn't trash. You never find it in the landfill, except for by mistake, but only by mistake. Same with Bitcoin. Remember, like a guy, he wants to dig out a big landfill because it has his laptop in it somewhere, and it has his key for his Bitcoin wallet, and if he can just find it, he'll be like a multi-millionaire. So no one throws Bitcoin keys away on purpose. No one's throwing, collectible Pokemon cards in the landfill, except maybe to be ironic, and nobody throws gold away. But there's so many products on the shelves at Walmart that are going straight into that trash can, one way or another. Maybe one day you donate it to Goodwill and then they throw it away, but it's going in that landfill. So I want more consumers to be aware of what they buy and to buy stuff that doesn't go to the landfill. Nathan Gordon, Uno Spot, Japanese Jungle. All right. Well, the Japanese Jungle pack could end today if you guys had the will for it. Yes, those are ending on Friday and Saturday no matter what. So you either get in them or you miss them, but they are ending. Show us the breaks. I'll show you. Give me one moment. Let me get this in here. Let's see your gold. I have one gold coin, but I'm getting more now. Here's 6 of these. So you got 6 of these. We need 4 more for this break to go off. 4 more spots and that's done. Do you have any SpongeBob 10s that you could show? I have a SpongeBob 9, but I do not have any SpongeBob 10s for sale at this point. We are. So somebody joined the box battle for this bad boy. Sean Gallagher bought in. Our first guy out of 17. We changed the price to $20. Do you guys like $20 better? Is that more like acceptable to you, $20? We can do that. Nobody's bought into that rocket break. We can do that with the rocket break too. See this rocket battle? We can change that to 1 in 16 and make it a. Actually, I can change it to 1 in 15, so I can make it cheaper too. I'm surprised more people aren't interested in the pre-sale box battle, because usually the box battles go kind of crazy. And what that tells me is to be a little concerned about demand versus price. But I paid a lot of money to pre-order these cases, man. They're shockingly expensive. And not just that, now I have to pay a 10% tariff on them when they're shipped over. There's a 10% tariff on Japan. So you're talking really slim pickings when it comes to making money on this set. But it's going to be very fun to open, but it's not a great product now. So we're going to change over Glory of Team Rocket to be a $20 break. You can get in there for $20 now instead of $40, and your odds are 1 in 15. If you want to be in for $40, just buy 2 spots. All right, here's the box battle. Do we know the subgrade on the Iona Watrel? I got a bunch of those. You want one of those? No, we don't. We do not. They didn't put it down. I always go for the cheapest grading. I don't really care about the subgrades as much. But I'm pretty confident these will all just turn into 10s with PSA. You know, I did a poker grading like this, and I got a whole bunch of 9.5s. Every single one I sent to PSA flipped into a 10. So this is their gem mint. You know, the 9.5 is their version of gem mint. I think they floated the idea of doing what CGC is doing and turning their 9.5s into 10 gem mint, which I think would be probably not bad. I mean, I think that Beckett would probably improve. I think they'd get more graders, more people grading with them. Instead, I'm going with the CGC. So maybe Beckett will change one day to mimic CGC, but I'll be going with the CGC. How much for the 9? Yeah, there is a 9 in there. We should be able to look it up. There's one 9. Here it is. So all of these are $40 a piece. If you're wanting one of these 9.5s, these are $40 a piece. They're very nice. They're very cheap. Put that back over there. But let's look up the 9 for you real fast. You're asking about the 9? CGC to the moon. Yeah, I'm going to be sending my vintage cards to CGC from now on. I probably will not be bothering sending them to PSA anymore. So this is Iona's Watrel, which is 232. Watrel. Companies that want to grade vintage cards as harshly as modern cards should not get to grade those vintage cards. I think that vintage cards should be graded with a little more leniency, because the grading standards were the printing standards were very different back then. And so the cards were just, on average, printed worse. Well, if they're printed worse on average, well, then they should be graded a little bit nicer on average, right? Because it's relative grading. It's relative. So the grade is relative to that time period. But you got, tag grading was atrocious to my cards. They were so harsh. And some of them still passed a 10. Like, look at this guy. This guy still managed to grab a 10. But, the card has to be so nice for a 10 now. I'm getting an advertisement from DoorDash, dude. How's that okay? I was going to text Cares. Friggin' DoorDash. Is there a bulk deal on the Watrels? No, those are going to be sold one at a time to people who genuinely want to have one in their collection. It's not a business-to-business kind of sale. All right. Mr. Zachary Stekskowski is here. He says Japanese Jungle Spot. Oh, yeah. Japanese Jungle is quite close. It could actually finish right now in the daytime stream. You guys could leap at it. There it is, Stex. Friggin' DoorDash. Right here, vintage. Let's take a quick look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, 3 spots remain. Wow, 117 viewers in the daytime stream is a lot, man. We are building a following for the daytime stream, I noticed. Okay, we have an order over here. Ivan Rodriguez taking the Iona right away. Here it is. All right, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the orders. Do you have a business-to-business deal? Because I'm going to rip and ship. I don't know. I'm not really set up for business to business. I mean, I could probably tell you what I think I have that's most underpriced. There are some things I wouldn't mind liquidating. Like, for example, I've got too much of the Nintendo game packs. So I've been thinking about listing some of those on eBay for cheapest buy now. And then I've got, let's see, too much of the Donkey Kong as well, Topps Donkey Kong. Or do I? Actually, I might have just restocked those because I was low on those. It might be the other way around. But I know I have too much of the Nintendo game packs. Oh, here's one, the Adventure Time boxes. But I think I just took the last Adventure Time box. So maybe not. Oh, here's one for sure. The G.I. Joe boxes. I would love to move a G.I. Joe box. Did we ever win the war against the Poke Rev chat? The war. Hey, what's up, Marco? How many spots left in the Van Gogh Pikachu? He's been moving. He's all the way up to 6 out of 11. Pretty good progress. Here is the Houndoom at 4. And here is the Charizard at 6 out of 8. We also have 2 gym breaks now. We have this War Turtle gym break. And where'd the other one go? I don't know where it went. Thought I marked it. Oh, it's over here. Moltres. So we've got 2 gym breaks for those who prefer the gym breaks. Gym breaks are interesting because they require 2 people. The table's so full, it's almost too full. Athim says Dragon Storm Pack. You got it, Mr. Athim. All right. Do you think you'd like anything in my bag to trade for the Samwise slab? No worries if you don't. I'm interested. What's the name of your bag? We just got to get about $20 worth out. Pokemon? What do you have at a low price Pokemon-wise? Here's Zombie Druid. Well, I can talk... Oh, look at this. That's a mythic rare. Wow. Bector Kin to All. All right. I think I was going to say something like I could talk about what I think is probably best priced. Like, for example, I think that the Topps Merlin stickers continue to be totally under... This is also a mythic rare. Dang, dude. All right, very nice. The Terra Festival set is really nice still, in my opinion. I think that, my opinion, the best set in Scarlet Violet is Prismatic and Terra Festival. And so we got both Terra Festival Japanese, but also Terra Festival Korean, and they're both good. I like them both. You could just open that all day long, and, you know, whatever you pull is going to have a chance to pull you some heat, especially because there's all those evolutions in it. Also, I was going to get the Vending Squirtle. Oh, yeah, that's a nice card. Really nice. I had somebody ask about that. Here's Riling Dawnbreaker. I like these dragon cards, man. Okay, here's Keru, Zurgo, Descendant, Rescue Leopard, Cruel Truth, Temur, and Jungle Hollow. All right. Mox is a good pull. Where? Mox Jasper? I sleeved it because it's a mythic rare. Tariff Festival, more like. That was me, but then you mark it up. Well, the prices really are just based off of cheapest buy it now prices. So if somebody lists another one at a lower price, I will be happy to lower it as well. We just follow eBay. That's about it. Uncomplicated that way. All right. Can you open a pack of Spongebob for us? No problem if you cannot. I will just wait for one to sell because we've actually opened it before in the past. So you can already go to our channel and look it up if you need to, okay? Yeah. Okay. Would you do the old price? No, definitely not. Yeah. Let me look up the price today on the Squirtle, okay? It's a vending Squirtle. I'm not trying to be greedy or anything. It's just that, you know, I just got hundreds of slabs back from PSA just now, and it's like a hellscape trying to get one PSA 10 on a vintage card, dude. It's a hellscape. It's horrifying. You send them like 20 cards and nothing grades 10, and you got one 10 vending Squirtle. It's got to sell for the price that it needs to sell. It needs to go for not a special discount, especially because it's vintage. Now, let's say it was a modern card and I just didn't want it, maybe. But, man, that's a good card, and you know it. That's why you want it. In your heart, you want it because you know it's a good one. And I would buy it with confidence because it's probably going to go up in price. I know it. You know it. And I've done this for so long, I've seen that. You know, like I could sell it to you at a discount, and then one day it costs more than what I should have sold it for. And I go, why did I sell that? I could have just sat on it. So right here, 430 with 10 watchers. Yeah, man. I mean, plus the fact that when you try to buy it on eBay, you're going to pay taxes. Let's see. So taxes are different for every place. You might be in California, and I bet it's really high over there. So for me, it would actually be about 455. Now, you think that's the end of it? Let's say that gets the tariff. I don't know if it would, but I think it would. 10% tariff is $45 more. So you add that in, and all of a sudden, Cardconomist price not looking so bad. I don't know how the tariff would work, though. I don't know if there's like loopholes or... The tariffs are very worrisome. But, you know, mine's already over here in the United States. So no taxes on eBay, no tariffs. One thing I have been doing, though, with really good slabs, I have been applying that tax. Because the truth is, when the tax man comes a-calling, I pay that tax. And I am struggling to hold on to anything good. Anything good, like that Squirtle vending is good. Anything good gets bought up, and then my table is just like the scraps are left over. So we're being a little tougher on the price on the most desirable cards. Those prices are a little tougher so that they hang around for a little while longer. But yeah, I mean, if you want to talk about like PSA 9 or PSA 8.5, tag 8.5 Ponita, yeah, we just get rid of that. I'll just sell that, whatever, it doesn't matter. But you know, it's so hard now. PSA, and it's not just in my mind. PSA announced that they were toughening their grading standards. So yeah, it's not bad. How much is the Squirtle? It should be in our Discord server. So let's take a look. You guys know you can go shopping in our Discord server under pricey slabs. Probably. Let's see. I'm scrolling up under pricey slabs. Hopefully it's priced in here, unless it got reset. Sometimes the channel gets reset. Oh, I've taken a picture of a lot of cards. Maybe he's not in here. No, he might not be in here. I apologize. He's not in here. We'd have to go looking for him. I don't even know where he went last. Do you think that plastic grading sheet works? The one that helps you send cards off? Not really. I've used it before, and there's like all these intricacies to like actual border centering that little plastic sheet doesn't help. Sheet help with. Sunvan Fan says, "Get me into that Van Go." What's up, Sunvan Fan? How's it going, man? Nice to see you today. Do you have cheap Bulbasaur slab? Cheap Bulbasaur. I wouldn't have that memorized. Our inventory changes around all the time. Cheap Bulbasaur. Okay. All I can think is maybe like... No, I can't think of it. I don't think I do. Really, really cheap slabs do tend to sell super fast. People just snap them up. 7 out of 11. That guy's getting quite close. And you're in here now, right? Yes. Good. Good. We have Luis Ruiz, battle partner 8. 8 battle partners. You got it, man. Okay, getting a little busier later on in the stream. The beginning of the stream was a little slow. They reprinted Crater Hoof, though this set and that man, it has a nice R. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I don't remember what we had it priced at, do you? It might be in the April or March channels. Go check Discord for the April or March channels. Hunt around for it a little bit, maybe. And if you find it, tell me which channel it was in, because it means it's either on my left side or my right side. I'm sure we took a picture of it, just not in the pricey channel. It's probably in the March channel. 3 for Jose Ruiz. All right, this is for Mr. Jose. He picks up Salamence. He picks up Volcanion. And a cold one. That's for Jose Ruiz. Do I need to put that in your bag, these 2 cards? And then, Lewis, you've got the Wolf. A cold one, a cold one, a cold one, and a cold one. Ta-da! There we have it. I think your brother did a little bit better than you. So, Mr. Lewis, let's go find this bag. Oh, look at that. That was easy. Your bag happened to be sitting right there. Dang. Yeah. Darn it. Yes, in my bag. He making fun of me now. I used to open packs with my siblings all the time. I had 11 brothers and sisters, 11 of them. And we'd all buy one pack of Team Rocket, and we'd all compare, see who got the best pull. And it's so frustrating to give a pack to your brother, and you both open your one pack, and his is like a chase card, and you get garbage. It's like, I should have given you the other one. I never forgot those feelings as a kid. Like, damn it. Such a consequential thing. Whoa. We've got Joshua Whipple coming in with an absolutely insane order. He wants 4 live customs and 40 shuffles. I don't know about that, man. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so you actually do pull something out of the live customs. Let's take a quick look and hope that it's a decent pull. Torchic 10 says that it's a an expensive card, actually. I think you might have done well then, because it's probably worth more than 80. Oh, look at that. That's pretty good. That's a lot more than 80. All right, Joshua, you're ahead on the live customs. Look at that. Beautiful, man. Picking up that beautiful Torchic. That's a solid pull, by the way. You know, there's some goofy Pokemon that can cost $200, but Torchic is always desirable. That's from 2003 EX Ruby Sapphire. You'll notice it's actually an e-reader card. People give all the attention to Expedition, Aquapolis, and Sky Ridge, but they forget Ruby Sapphire time period still had e-reader cards, especially right at the beginning. All right, congratulations on that. Now listen to this. He says 40 shuffles. What? All right, good luck. 40 in a row? You want them in a row? I guess. I took a big chunk. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully you get the good row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. I don't know. It's like you're just buying my cheap slabs. Whole bunch of them. Let's see. Round number 1. That's 10 Snorlax, Chase, and Fampy. Well, you're at least doing good. That was the Chase card, so that's $100. And the Fampy came out of there, too. Okay, Golbat, Chansey. What'd you do, like a calculation or something? Where you like, oh, the the Poke Shuffles are hot or something. I don't know if there's a way to do that. I never put it past somebody to count the number of cold ones that came out, though. There's Venonat. All right. Pokey, 2 lives. Well, I think you did good. I'm just looking at the round. I think it's a good round. I think you got probably more than you put in. All right. Wow. Crazy, dude. So you've got 2 live customs to pull and the oldest slab break. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that was really crazy. Did not expect that order. This is also 8 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. So there you have it. Ooh, I just got an alert to something that I want to check. I get alerts. Give me a moment here. Do this midstream real fast. Uh-huh. What is this? Mm-hmm. 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 All right, I'm done looking. So, back to this. Sorry about that, guys. So, 2 live customs. Let's start there. He's got 2 live customs. 1, And 2. All right, no luck. No luck in those live customs, though. I kind of figured because you just pulled something. Ooh, what the smacked my damn light right into my head. God, dude. All right. But let's see. You've still got, well, we've still got to give you a spot in the oldest break, which is officially the slab break. It's always eventually the slab break, right? The booster slab break. I think I just spelled your name wrong. Yeah, I did. I added an O at the end. Joshua. God, dude. Appreciate this really big order, man. Really makes the daytime stream pretty crazy right at the end there. Just like a typical stream now. Here's 5 of these. Booster slabs up to 5 out of 17. Yes, you just got added there. So you're in here trying to grab this Neo pack. Somebody actually bought directly into this like yesterday. So we're at 5 out of 17. It's a very cool break. You know, those booster slabs, let me talk about those. Those only go up. When the booster pack goes up in price because people open it, so does the booster slab. Those go up at the same time. And the booster slabs have ridiculous premiums on them. So those are very nice holds. They've done very well for me over time. Now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slabs out of there. 6 slabs. And one of them had the chase card image on it. Look how many slabs were sitting in this box. It looks like we got a total of 3 chase slabs in there. You're getting this $100 golden Snorlax. It is a $100 card, so there it is. But he's not a 10. Fan P. Let's go look up Fan P. He's a cheap 9. We have a lot of great cards to put into the Poke Shuffle now. What is it? Fan P? Oh, simple Fan P here. From Call of Legends, though. Keep an eye on that. Call of Legends, kind of cool. Here's Golbat. That's Golbat 10. Golbat 10. What could that be? Is that going to be like a vendor item? No. Oh, it's this guy. So this is the Tag 10 XY Generations Golbat Reverse. Here's Chansey 7. I think that's a really good one, too. That's base set, isn't it? So it's only a 7, but it's actually pretty cool to pull. No, it's not base set. I take it back. It's this cheap jerk. Never mind, it sucks. Here's Venonat 9. Let's see. Okay, Venonat 9 and Poker Nidorino 10. All right. The feel of these is very much like cheap slabs. That's the feel of it. But you know it's nice. We got these big returns in. I got lots of slabs I can pump the Poke Shuffle with now. So you're going to see a lot more variety in there. Here we are. And we'll see how long that lasts. All right. Here's what your round looks like, Joshua. It's really not bad. You got the $200 Torchic. You got a spot in the Neo Pack Break. 2 cold live customs. If those had been hot, though, I mean, that would have been insane, right? And then, because it is technically possible they could have been hot. And then look at the price tags on these. Add that up. And you're looking at a lot of value there. So, wow. Not a bad round. You got all those along with the 2 live. Here it is. That is just a really crazy order, huh? What time is it now? 6:13? We've been live an hour and 44 minutes. You know, I'm really liking the daytime stream. It has a great feeling to it. I was surprised to see we almost had 120 viewers. That's like as many as the nighttime stream anyways. So I think we're getting a lot of our regulars here in the daytime stream, and they just don't do the nighttime stream anymore because it starts so damn late. It starts at like 1:30 a.m., which is really like, you know, those are the nighttime workers going to that stream. Overnight workers. All right. Oh, yeah, I need to buy some soccer cards. Somebody told me to buy some soccer cards. Wow, whole stack of slabs now. Jeez Louise, bro. Okay, well, you know, we're an hour and 45 minutes in. I think that's actually a great place to wrap up. I have a pile of slabs she wants. That Snorlax was one of Callie's chases. I remember the 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. nighttime streams. Yeah, we had a big time period in the Blue Lake House where we would begin the stream at 2 a.m. So 1:30 a.m. seems pretty late, but we used to start later than that in the past. And those were some pretty crazy streams back then. I think we still have a lot of crazy streams. The streams evolved. You know what's really changed about my channel? We have a big focus on graded cards. This is, you know, it's a rip and ship, but really it's more like a break and ship because we do a lot of slab breaks. We do a lot of slab away. We help people with grading. Take a look at the menu. We added tag grading to the middleman services. You can now have me send your card off to tag grading. We got tag, CGC, PSA, BGS. I support all 4 of those. So now you can just pick and choose whichever company you want. And since I grade all 4, I just slip some of my cards in with yours. So that's how I do it. I just send out an order together. And so you can have any of those grading companies. He went 320 up. I did the math. Damn, dude. That's wild. So you had a great round in there, Joshua. And now I can take some of these slabs that had just come back. Like I got a couple of these, for example. See these knockdowns? Such a great card, only like $40 or something like that, and I can start pumping the Poke Shuffles with great cards like this. Look how the eyes light up. So we got cards like this knockdown. What do we got? I think this card's like $35, this Umbreon. This is like 30. This is, I think, like 40. So we got all these afford. This is 69, 75. This is 35. That's why I graded these. If you want to know why I graded these kinds of cards that are really not super expensive, is because I know the Poke Shuffle needs some low-cost, high-quality 10s. Low-cost, high-quality 10s where, you know, you send in a $5 order and you pull out a 10. You go, oh, that's nice. Shh, don't tell them I did good. I'm just making room for the shuffles. Whoa, even just the regular Holo Sunbreon looks good. Regular Holo Sunbreon. Yeah, what else we got here? Look at this. So we got a little holographic Jolteon. I did a little Tyranitar. Nice little Gengar here. This fur alligator looks nice. And these are all like 25, 30, 35, 40. They're not unaffordable at all. Here's a Tyranitar. I think he's 45. Look at this poor Slowking. He missed. God, could you imagine if this had grabbed a 10? That'd have been so nice. You got that cool art style. This is the art style that the Noctowl has, isn't it? Hold on, let's go grab that Noctowl back. It's got to be the same artist, I think. Yep, same artist. Let's zoom in. Tetsu Kayama. And look at how it's got like this really interesting texturing. And then look, that's what they did with the Noctowl. They're like dots or something. I really like it. I'm sold on the Noctowl hardcore, man. It's one of my favorite cards from the last couple of sets is this Noctowl. It reminds me of the feeling of the Neo time period so well. And I love that he's in the little, he's in his little nest and it's full of like shiny things like treasure and gold. Very cool. But there it is. Thanks for the stream. I enjoyed it. Have a good rest of the evening. Mr. in chat, well, thank you very much. And I hope you stop by sometime later. We go live, you know, all 7 days of the week. So you should be able to find us. We always go live at night. We don't always go live in the daytime. We go live in the daytime like typically like 5 days a week, not 7. But, you know, one day we'll reduce the number of streams. I need to start taking off days, especially when the weather's this good. You know, the heat, the horrible, horrible heat of the summer is not here yet. I probably should just be spending some time outdoors. All right. That makes him less valuable though, right? Damn English promos. In English, he's an ETB promo. Yeah, I think I own the Poke Center version of it because I liked it so much. I ran off and bought it. See you guys tonight for the late night stream. We'll have these Spongebob packs back up on the table. And to be honest, this is probably going to go off. You really ought to think about jumping into this jungle pack because it is at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's at 7 out of 10 spots. Only 3 spots remain. The Charizard did not get any action today. He's only got 2 spots left. So these two are very, very close. But then we've got these great gym breaks available as well. And we're still just pricing things up. Plus, I think I can add more to the Poke Shuffle now. See you later, everybody.